This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I'm Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is Viewers Anonymous. What's going on with you, good brother?
Man, can't call it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be moving day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So, getting stuff together for my my new future studio, what we're gonna call it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? look, not really, but you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little corner that's for me, but you know what I'm saying, excited for the new beginning. So So man, you know what I'm saying? That little feeling that you get, it's like one of those. I actually have like a mixed feeling because, you know what I'm saying, this was my first like place by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I met my boy's mom, when I was 21, and so I had my dorm room, and then so then we had got an apartment together, and then so we was living together. But then separating from her, that was the first time, not really the first time in my life where I had my own spot. So you know what I'm saying? You get that satisfaction of I can make it by myself, you know what I'm saying, without no other adult, and do everything that needs to be done as far as living, not alone because I had my boys with me, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so it's one of those bittersweet feelings of this was my first spot by myself, but you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's I'm going to a new start, and you know what I'm saying? Can't be mad at it at all, man. So, but how you feeling though, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. My mom just bought me a new grill, you know what I'm saying? So I got me a brand new barbecue pit, man.
So it's a barbecue pit, so it's not gas.
No.
Okay, all right. Making sure, man.
No self-respecting and whatever. Just buy a gas grill or even be gifted one for that matter. Charcoal is the only way to barbecue.
Yes,
man.
Sir.
I mean, if you're using gas, you might as well put on your
cook in the house.
Apron. Yeah, put on your apron and go. You know what I'm saying? Go cook something in the stove, man. You don't do you gotta have the charcoals on the grill, man. You gotta have that feeling of getting almost caught on fire, man. Nah, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? She had bought a brand new grill. So the one that she just gave me was actually, I think she bought it last weekend, and she only cooked on it once. And then she was like, well, I'm about to get a whole nother one, so do you want this one? I'm like, shit, yeah, I take it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what I needed. Man, I can't wait to put something on that thing, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait to put something on that thing. It's looking nice sitting out there too. They got a bottle opener on it and everything, man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy myself this weekend.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Ain't mad at it one bit, man.
Yes,
yo,
sir.
Man, I was listen, man. This is a bittersweet episode, man, because it's we coming to an end of a chapter that we started, man. This was the first time we tried something new on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like I've always said, it was your idea to take the show Snowfall and do episode per episode. It turned out to be a fucking great idea, man. These podcasts have been awesome. They've been fun to do. And it's man, and the thing about season finales is you always want to see the how it all evolves as a show, but then at the same time how the ending is, because it's it has to end right. You know what I'm saying? No, we can't go there first, because it was something that we both said. We was yo, if this shit don't happen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but it got real at the end.
Shit, it got real throughout the episode. This was a real episode, but
yeah, buddy.
That's what they should have called this shit for real, because it was wild.
Yeah, so for all y'all that, you know what I'm saying, that's watching and listening and everything, y'all already know, man, Snowfall season 4, episode 10, man, season finale. Man, we had a lot of predictions that end up coming true. With this episode specifically, I think that I was more so excited to see what they were going to leave that as that cliffhanger for that, you know what I'm saying, for season 5. Because you know, a lot of times when you're watching TV and you get to see like these great shows, usually they'll leave that one cliffhanger, like, man, like I can't wait for the next season to see what happened when such and such. So with this one, they left a few of them for us, and I was excited.
They
Yeah,
left 3.
yeah, they left a few of them for us, and I was like, yeah, this is what's up. But to me, this is why this show is doing the numbers that it does, is because it gives you everything that you're looking for, and then at the same time, like, it even hits you with surprises here and there. So, where you want to start off, man? Where should we get busy at?
Man, it's, you know what? Let's start like and let's start at the very beginning. So they show Alton, you know what I'm saying, in the early 70s, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Walking to the school, and they're talking to the school called him because Franklin wouldn't stand for the national anthem.
Yeah, he wouldn't pledge allegiance.
Yeah, man. And like, well, Pledge of Allegiance, I said national anthem. And like, and then you start to see like how Franklin was raised as far as when it came to his father. So you can see how he cares about the black community because he had that revolutionary in his family.
Right.
But then at the same time, you see a kid that want to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because Alton ended up taking him out of the school because they called him up there for that. And he was like, yo, like, you taking me away from my friends.
Right.
And he's like, you know, the next school, you're going to make better friends. And then he had that conversation of, you know, I'm your father. I'm always going to be there for you. If there's anything you ever need, I always got your back. And then that little scene, they explain it to you at the end, you know what I'm saying, when Alton and Sissy had their little departure or whatnot. So I thought it was dope to, you know, to squeeze that in there. But I think the writers of the show they're so fucking smart, man. It's like there's never anything that they left untouched. Like they answer everything for us that we needed.
Right.
And even if it's a scene just as short as that scene was, it probably was only, you know what I'm saying, 2 minutes. But it shows you a glimpse into Franklin's childhood and why him and Alton has that, you know what I'm saying, that funny relationship, which I'm going to get a little bit more into that. But like, I thought it was a smart way to start this episode off.
I agree, man. It was dope because, you know what I'm saying, that I think that kind of set the precedent for everything that kind of happened in that next, you know what I'm saying, like in that next scene and in those next moments. It kind of showed you how, you know, or it kind of shows you why Franklin is going to get to where he gets to at the end of this episode. And we know where that comes from now. You know what I'm saying? We understand that dynamic between him and Alton. Like, and then not to mention, bro, Alton ain't the punk that we thought he was.
Nah, I never thought he was a punk.
Nah, I did. I thought he was chickening it out, you know what I'm saying, when he went to go start snitching. But no, he really ain't, you know what I'm saying? He's really not the punk that we thought he was. He went back, you know what I'm saying? He went to the radio station and he gave up the name and everything. Like he really is about that action. And you know what I'm saying? Like he told him, like, hey, I'm willing to die for what I love, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that for me, that kind of gave me a little bit more respect. However, I was really looking forward to him dying as well, because I thought that would, and I'm not being funny with this one. Like Irene, I was being funny. I really couldn't wait for her to die. But what I mean by I really couldn't wait for Alton to die was because there was this, for me, there would have been this dynamic that between Reed and between Franklin that, you know, Franklin would have had to go through. And now, not only that, Franklin also has to, you know what I'm saying, like overcome, you know what I'm saying, and grieve the loss of his father in the midst of everything that's going on, you know what I'm saying, as the show is going on. And then, you know what I'm saying, in future seasons. So I thought that would have been an interesting arc for his character to have to go through.
True. I see what you're saying there. I mean, like I've always felt like I didn't think Alton was necessarily a punk. I thought it was more of trying to be that. Not that he's not a thinker. Not that he's not a thinker. It was just the way he went about the whole Irene thing.
Yeah.
He just needed some other heads. Like I just think that he reacted too much off of emotion. And
right.
like I don't think he reacted off of, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, I think I said the last episode, he played a checkers move and not a chess move. You know what I'm saying? By going to Irene and trying to handle it that way, because like calling out a CIA agent, I mean, and that was after the Irene stuff. After Irene got killed, and he knew that the CIA had a hand in on this. So to go in and still rat that out, like it's definitely not punk move. But at the same time, it's not a smart move as well, because this is what he's not thinking. This is the way that this could have backfired. A way that this could have backfired is the CIA could have took him out, Sissy out, Franklin out, Louis and Jerome, all because you want to go off on your own and try to tell the story and try to be like this tough guy that you was a couple of years ago when you was with the Panthers. So it wasn't a smart move to go on that radio station. This is what we know. And like you said, why in the fuck would a Black Panther place or whatever that organization call their radio station COINTELPRO? I don't understand it. But obviously you know about COINTELPRO, so you know they're listening. You know they listening. If anybody look, half of your ratings is the fucking CIA listening to see what the hell y'all doing.
Exactly.
So for him to call out Reed the way that he did, it's like, dude, like that's just not a smart move, man. It's not a smart move. So he's not a punk because it's not a punk move. It's just not a smart move.
Okay, I feel that. So this altercation that him and Franklin decided to have, in the midst of everything going on, Franklin trying to tell him, hey man, you got to stop this shit. You got to end this shit, because you know what I'm saying, you gonna fuck around and you gonna end up dead. And you know what I'm saying, he asked Franklin, he like, yo, you scared of this? You scared of the CIA? And Franklin like, fuck yeah, like nigga, ain't you? And he was like, shit, no, motherfucker, like nigga, you know who I am, you know what I've been through. And that was another thing that kind of gave me some insight as to, you know what I'm saying, why Alton is the way he is. Like, I think it was more so him being that revolutionary that more so made him jump up and do what he did about the whole CIA thing and Irene and everything else like that. But we get an appearance from Scully. And now my prediction was totally wrong. I thought he was gonna bang himself. I'm like, yo, he's about to be out of here. But no, this nigga goes on a rampage with a sawed-off 12-gauge shotgun, and who but anybody shoots him? Fucking Alton, bro. Alton gets to the midsection, bro. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on here? So Scully come in, you know what I'm saying? He like, hey, I just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Him and Franklin still beefing, I guess. And pow, Scully get two of them. And then Alton get hit with some buckshot. Then I want to say that's when Alton was like, hey, I'm meeting up with your dude. He was like, man, you can't do this. He hit him in the head with the statue. It was so corny the way he did it, but I always laugh whenever I see somebody get hit in the back of the head like that and then they fall out. I'm like, man, that shit is not real, bro. Like he would have just held his head like, like you ain't hitting nobody that goddamn hard. And then if you do, you giving them brain damage, bro.
Oh no, man! Listen, I've been knocked unconscious one time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm here to embarrass myself. So I was, you know what I'm saying? This is when, you know what I'm saying, it was my dad's house where my grandma stayed and all that type shit. And I'm waiting on the bus. So I'm going back and forth to the door to look at the bus. But at the time, like I told you, I'm watching gargoyles. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for school, watching gargoyles and shit. And I had a lot of those, like those model cars. I had one that was, I think it was a '67 Impala. You know, the long one, like everybody throw the
D's on,
hydraulics on them and shit. So I had one of those, and I think I left the TV, and then I start walking towards the door, tripped over one of the cars, and fell backwards, straight back, right? And I didn't know I was unconscious until I woke up, and my grandma was like, she was like, "Boy, you all right?" I was like, "Oh, I'm fine." She was like, "You were down there for about 5 minutes." So I'm telling you, bro, the right blow to the back of the head, I'm telling you, you're going to be knocked out, man. I was knocked out, man.
That makes sense because, you know what I'm saying, you slipped, you went up in the air, fell back, you hit your head. The way he hit him, bro, it was like, it was just so corny. Like, he hit him like, and then Franklin was like that. He just fell, man. Shout out to my guy, Brandon Matrix. What's good, brother? But yeah, it was so weird, bro, just seeing that. So once that happened, you know what I'm saying, him and Reed decided to meet up, man. Now a lot of people
hold up. See, this is one thing I like about Franklin, because you skipped when he woke up, Sissy woke him up.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Sissy wakes him up, and he's like, "How long have I been out?" He's like, "How long did it take you to get over here? Well, have you talked to Alton?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "How long has it been?" She was like, "It's been 30 minutes." So what I like about him is he goes straight to that train of thought. Like, he goes to the phone, Sissy's like, "What's wrong?" And he don't say nothing. He does it all the time when somebody asks him a question and he don't say nothing. So he's trying to call the phone. He see Reed didn't answer, so he paged Reed, and then Reed calls him back, and he's like, "Have you talked to Alton?" And he was like, "I'm on my way to meet him right now." And then he's like, "Look, man, if you ever care anything about me," he was like, "don't do what you about to do." And he was like, "Your dad made his own bed."
Right.
And then he was like, "I give you the decent courtesy of telling you where we meet." And then, you know what I'm saying, it can go from there. And then Sissy's like, "Where are you going?" And she's like, "What's going on with Alton on the 9?" She's like, "Yo, I'm going." And he was like, "This ain't a place you want to go." She's like, "Listen, I'm going, Franklin. So you got it.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? They had a little discussion back and forth. Then they had a Mexican standoff, and then you know what I'm saying? It got tough, man, because you know, you like in those moments, right? This show does a great job of making you second guess a lot of shit. So like in that moment, I start second guessing Reed just a tad bit. Cause I'm like, oh man, this nigga really about to turn on them and everything else. And then, you know what I'm saying, you think back to when he was telling Franklin, you know what I'm saying, I'm always gonna be there at the end. And I'm like, man, did that mean something else? Or did he, you know what I'm saying, did he throw a double entendre in there or something? But, you know what I'm saying, he stuck true to his word, and you know what I'm saying, he was like, yo, you know, I'm gonna make sure shit don't go bad. And I think that he wanted Franklin there for that reason. Because I think that if Franklin wasn't there, he'd have smoked Alton with no issue. But I think Franklin being there, I think that was him letting, you know what I'm saying, trying to show Franklin, like, look, man, I know it's a lot of shit going on, but you can still trust me. If you can't trust anybody, you can at least trust me. So I think that's what that meeting was, to show Franklin, like, yo, I know you about to get a new handler, you about to get all this other shit, but you can still trust me and we can still make shit happen. But moving on from there, man, Louis get out of no, Scully shows up to the hospital.
Oh yeah,
because he was about to go kill Jerome. You know what I'm saying? Him and he go point the gun at Louis. Asks Louis where Jerome is. Louis try to talk him down, and Jerome pop up. He see that Scully got shot. He started noticing all the blood and everything. He let Louis talk him down a little bit, and then you know what I'm saying. He went in for the attack. I was gonna say the kill, but I don't think he did. So I don't know how this is gonna pan out. This is a tough one. I think that this is a beef that's gonna carry over to season 5. But you know what I'm saying? Louis get out the hospital. Franklin come down. You know he talked. Excuse me. He talked to Jerome. You know what I'm saying? Jerome like, yo, this ain't the time. And it looked like, you know what I'm saying, that they got a little beef. And so it's like, yo, like what the fuck is going on? And then, you know what I'm saying, Alton and Sissy, they leave. They leave at the state. They go to Cuba. And then
hold on, no, you can't brush over this, man. Hold on, wait a minute. You're moving way too damn fast. Hold on, slow this down. Slow this car down. Listen, okay. So the one thing when you was talking about when Franklin showed up to the hospital and seen the cop, right? Mm-hmm. And he steps up to Jerome, and Jerome tells him Scully came. He's like, you know, how's Louis? You know, what happened? Louis talked him down, all this type shit, right? So he was like, I'm gonna go. He was like, hey, we got some business to discuss. We ain't gonna do that here. He was like, I'm gonna go speak to Louis. He was like, nah, she don't want to see nobody right now.
Yeah.
And then that's why I'm like, hold up. But what I noticed was, and I don't know why I noticed this, but when Jerome walked off, I just noticed, like, damn. It seemed like it's a little moment here, him just standing there by himself. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody else thought of it, but like I don't know why I did. I was like, just watching him stand there by himself, I just got a little funny feeling about it. Okay, so then you bring up the fact of that they about to fly to Havana or whatnot.
Yep.
And that moment, dude, of him and Alton, you know, telling him that he loves him. And like, you know, Franklin is just standing there, and it's like this whole time you see he want to say something, but it's like,
yeah, but he still got that feeling like, man, all of this shit could have been avoided if you would have just listened to me.
I think that, but I also think you also got to remember it's the 80s, and men. A lot of the times in those times, when it comes to talking to their fathers,
that shit go out the window. Yeah, all that lovey-dovey shit is out the window.
Yeah, like
there's a handshake and keep it moving.
Yeah, like there's never a lot of situations where you hear like a lot of fathers, you know, have their sons or whatever telling them I love them. You know what I'm saying? It's always weird. Like my dad never like really like straight up told me like, hey, you know, I love you. It's always a situation where it's like, all the times my dad would tell me is when he was drunk. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, boy, you know, I love you type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, you know what I'm saying? Like with me and my boys, like, you know what I'm saying? When they go to bed, hey, love you, dad, love you, son. You know what I'm saying? Like we get out the phone, like when Jacoby got the phone with me, love you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that. Like me and my dad, we're not like that. You know, even though sometimes this is what's funny about my dad. He'll call me and like ask about the kids and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then he'll be like, "I tell him I love him." You don't love me? You want me to tell the kids you love them? But you know, but that's beside the point. But what I was thinking was like, okay, is Franklin gonna say something? And it's like, and it's like you see he want to. But it's like he's holding it in. And then what I thought was, what was so, man, listen, man, people don't understand. See, I like small shit. You know what I'm saying? And when Sissy started to walk over there, and he got this little smirk, right? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, Mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like this little shit. that little shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like you could feel it. And then it was like, and then when he, dude, I ain't even gonna lie, but I got teary eyed. But when he was hugging his mama, boy,
Yeah.
and them tears kept falling down his face. Well, I mean, even though he tried to be funny and say, we still got business to run, and all this little shit like that. But like, just to see that moment that he had with his mama, man, and then you see Alton going up the steps, and like you see he's going up the steps, and it's like he had this little thing where he wanted to say something, man, but he just couldn't do it, and he mumbled something under his breath, but I couldn't get what it was. But man, that was a moment, man. It was a moment,
and it should have been, man, because you know what I'm saying, like he. Remember when we talked about this earlier in the season, you know what I'm saying? And I was saying that, the people that's really getting him through all this bullshit during this season is Louis and Sissy. And now we come to see that he don't have neither one of those no more. So this is about to be a very interesting take on how all of this plays out, because going back to the Louis situation, when Louis gets out the hospital, you know what I'm saying, they talking, her and Jerome like, yo, you know what I'm saying, we done with this. We want to start buying from you. You know what I'm saying? You sent us to Arkansas. We're going to go ahead and take over Arkansas. And Jerome said you always said you wanted to be the plug. You always wanted to sell it wholesale. So go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? And now he's losing Louis. And then, you know what I'm saying, his mom is gone. So now he's really in this by himself. Ain't no more team. Ain't no more, you know what I'm saying, ain't no more places to go, you know what I'm saying, do. Now I'm sure that, you know what I'm saying, he can still go to the club whenever he want, blah, blah, blah. But, you know what I'm saying, he's still family at the end of the day. But he also doesn't have that, you know what I'm saying, that backing that he used to have. Even Leon. You know what I'm saying? Real quick to get to Leon, like Leon was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm with this shit no more. He was like, nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I made you cool and everything else. Like, yo, nah, we gonna get right back on this shit. So is Jerome and Louis, and we gonna get back to the family like we used to be. Now, it's interesting seeing these two different dynamics, right? Because every time somebody's telling him that they leaving him besides his mom, well, in a weird way, even with his mom, he's rejecting that. So he was rejecting the situation with his mom, like when his mom was saying, when he was telling her, like, you know what I'm saying, we still got business to take care of. You know what I'm saying? He's still going over that because, you know what I'm saying, he don't want to accept the fact that she's leaving. Same thing with Louis and Jerome. He like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What if I cut y'all off? Like he's going through his head rejecting that. Even same thing with Leon. And so now with him rejecting them leaving and him not believing that, we kind of see him turn into this whole new person. Like this is somebody who, you know what I'm saying, is like he's a lot more aggressive. He a lot more straightforward. Like he just really ain't taking no shit. And I'm excited to see how this pans out in the next season.
Man, I mean the way I looked at it was like when Louis, like you could tell it wasn't normal. And I think Franklin tried to play it off, even though he knew something was funny at the hospital. But I think he was like, oh, well, I could butter them up. You know what I'm saying? It was like he tried to butter them up when they came in. And they wasn't with the shits. Because, you know, when he asked how she was feeling, she was like, you know, tired and sore. She was like, but I don't have to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, Jerome, and then he was like, he was like, nephew. You know what I'm saying? It was a weird vibe in the room, man. Weird vibe. And so then, you know, once they got to telling them what they wanted, and see, he went straight to insults because I think his feelings is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be too mad at him because he's like, oh, so y'all want to break away from me? And then he was like, you said you want to sell wholesale. He was like, yeah, you told me you want to sell speakers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now you trying to break up the family and stuff. And then he was like, well, nah, because we trying to do it, in family, but if we got to take another route. And then Louis tried to bring up the fact how she ran stuff for him while he was shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then she brought in Little Rock. So Louis like, yo, I know how to handle this shit. But then, he threw another insult in there. But I think that was just more of like just being hurt. I just think that his feelings was hurt that they wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you kind of hear that. And I don't think it has anything to do with Man Boy saying, Jerome, you following under your nephew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
don't think it's that. I just think that they want to do. I think that they feel that they could do it more quietly and be more under the radar than dealing with Franklin. And
well, that, and I think that with Jerome finding everything out the way he found it out, he was already in a pissy mood. So now that, you know what I'm saying, he going through that and Louis getting shot, he definitely in the pissy mood. So now all of this shit is like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the life we trying to live right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too risky for us. We don't got enough in between us and the streets to be able to do this shit. So we about to find out a better way about this motherfucker.
Yeah. And then I think, and then the thing is, one of the cliffhangers that they left us when it comes to Leon was like when Leon was like, yo, I don't think I'm cut out for this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And Franklin's like, I mean, he was more softer with Leon because he was just like, yo, like, I gave up a lot for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wanted me to give you up. But he said, I stood by your side the whole time when it came to the cops, when it came to Mambo, when it came to Scully. Like, I put myself on the line, for you. And they went to another scene. So we don't know if Leon is really going to dip out on him or if it's a situation where Franklin, it could be a situation where it's kind of like he's running shit, but like he's giving him the freedom to do it the way that he want to do it, and he's just gonna basically be the plug like he is with Louis and Jerome.
Yeah.
But then that also made me think, because like you said, like that's why I thought that hospital scene, that's what, like, when the end of the episode, oh shit. How did I forget to tell you my fucking dream?
Oh, man, listen. Get into
dude, it. Man, listen. So I watched the episode Wednesday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
My guy, Franklin, Jerome, Louis, Lee, all these motherfuckers was in my dream, dude. Listen, it was crazy as fuck, man. Like, we doing this deal or some shit in a fucking like single wide trailer. It was weird as fuck. Like, we in this trailer, dude. And then it was like, so we making this deal, dude. I can't remember all the details, but I remember like we was all in there like doing this deal, and then all of a sudden, like the police show up, right? And then I tried to play this shit cool, like I ain't even know these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
and then like the cops, they kind of bought it at first, but then it was like, hell no. Nah. It was like, man, I done forgot all the details, but like it was just so funny because I had just watched that episode, and then these motherfuckers are in my damn dream, and I'm making damn drug deals and shit. This shit was weird as fuck. But anyway, to get back to the thing, that's what, like, with Louis and Jerome doing what they doing, his mom and dad has to dip out, and then Leon says what he says. That hospital scene popped up in my head of him just standing there by himself, and I'm like, damn, man, Franklin might have to end up building a whole new team and starting all over from the ground up.
Yeah,
and like that's what that made me think of, man. That's why I keep thinking about that hospital scene.
Okay, so now we at the point to where, you know what I'm saying, they come back, they show Sissy and Alton at the, you know what I'm saying, they in their little villa in Havana. They enjoying life. Sissy like, hey, I'm about to go to this marketplace. I'll be back. And then like I told you, man, fucking John Wick, bro, popped up out of nowhere, man. Reed Thompson in all his glory. He show up, you know what I'm saying? He put the pistol on Alton, and that's it. We don't know what happened after that. So do you think he killed him?
I don't think so.
Okay, what you think happened?
I think there's a whole bunch of different scenarios, but I just got this feeling of him like trying to, I don't know necessarily if it's like trying to use Alton for like a connect down in Havana, because I don't think Alton would go for that. I think Alton wants him and his family out this business, but I think it could be a situation where he asks him to help him as far as like, I don't know if he's trying to like get maybe an offshore account, or you know what I'm saying, have them buy some property down there. You know what I'm saying? Like partner but without partnering. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really fuck with each other, but I think that he could, I don't know if I want to call it muscle him into something, because I think Alton showed in that scene that he's ready to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that, I don't know, man. I just think that it's too easy to say that he shot him. You know what I mean? Because it seems like these writers are really smart.
Yeah, man. I think that I kind of think the same thing. Not necessarily using him for anything like that, but I think that he's gonna talk to Alton about what's going on with Franklin, and I think that Franklin might be in some type of trouble now that all this shit happened. But I think that he's gonna tell Alton that, and he's gonna try to see if they can fix that shit together, because either he gonna try to use him and say that everything that he said was a lie. That way he can kind of get his job back, or you know what I'm saying, Franklin is with the new handler, Franklin gonna get fucked up.
Or it also could be a situation where he could really try to explain to him like, look, yo, I'm not the colonizer that you think I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also think that he's going to, but I think Alton is really smart when it comes to, you know, genocide, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he brought up the point of, you know, go ride through Beverly Hills and go ride through, you know what I'm saying, my neighborhood or what, Compton or whatever. And he was like, you know, you see the differences, and like, and y'all bringing this poison only into our neighborhood type of thing. Yeah. And I think that Reed may try to have a conversation with him, or maybe try to use him, because I think Sissy is already like, I don't think Sissy's gonna leave Franklin completely on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Sissy may still try to backdoor some real estate deals for him, little shit like that, because I don't think she's gonna leave him all cold turkey. But I think that Alton is the one. If Reed need to convince anybody, it's Alton, and I think that he wants Alton to flip, because I think that him and Franklin, even though he's the plug and all this type of shit, I think there's something there, man. Like, I don't think Reed is just handler for him. Like, I don't think he's just the plug. I think that he's been dealing with him long enough to realize that, like, yo, like, this is really a good kid. Like, all he needs is, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody need to understand this. You need a little money to get in certain places. Yeah. And a lot of the times, white people has gotten there in different ways. Like, I know I was talking to my old lady the other day, and we were just talking about, because, you know, I know my boy Mark been trying to get me in it for a while. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just recently started doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? I got on Acorn, and I started investing some money, you know, there. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little bit of Bitcoin type of shit. And so, and I was just telling her, I was like, the thing with like what a lot of people don't seem to understand about how white people got so far ahead of black people in certain spots is the fact of just something just as small as I said, like I remember hearing something like 60 or 70% of like white people, how some of them, their family members got wealth is by fucking life insurance. And then you sit back and you think like just how simple life insurance is. Because sometimes in the black community, somebody dies and then you left with their debt. In white families, somebody dies, they fighting over the insurance money. You know what I'm saying? So they dying and they leaving their kids $500,000.
Yeah, well,
Have
between that and stealing everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what what I was, man. I wasn't trying to go down that road today, but I was just saying like, and then like they get involved in these stocks and the shit like that. But the whole point of me saying that is like, I think that he wants Franklin to get to a point where he can turn him into a legitimate businessman, but you got to have money to get there. So he's going to take like on the route that they was going. They was messing around with Paul Davis. You know what I'm saying? They messing around with these politicians and stuff. And I think what Reed wants to do is flip this whole scene for Franklin so Franklin can be that businessman and not get locked up on some drug shit. And I think he really cares, man. So I don't know if he shot Alton. I think that he might try to convince Alton of like what he's trying to do. And then there are sacrifices, and some people have to be sacrificed to get to certain places. And like you said, we can go a little bit down that road. Look how a lot of the sacrifices that people had to take for some of these white people to get to where they are. Yeah. So I think that there have to be some sort of sacrifice in the black community for certain black people to get a rise up.
I agree, man. I definitely agree. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out next season, man. And then last but not least, man, you know what I'm saying, my man take a trip to go see, you know what I'm saying, Mel. And we've been talking about her all season long. We only seen her at the beginning and the end of the season. And you know what I'm saying? He heard about her talking to the reporter lady, Irene, but she never gave her anything.
Well, at least we thought.
That's what we thought.
Because the way it seems now, it seems like she's the whole reason for this shit now.
Yeah, so apparently that wasn't true. And this is the creation of a real live dope boy. This nigga turned full D-boy. Like if Goku go Super Saiyan, this nigga go full D-boy. He threatened the shit out this girl. And then to put the piece de resistance on it, my nigga put the cane to the side and just walked off like ain't nothing happened. So now my question is, was he doing that to fool everybody? Like, is this something that he's been, you know what I'm saying? Like, he been cool with this whole time? Like, he could have been did this shit? Or is this in the future?
This is what we don't know. Because you're right. Because I thought of that too. I was like, man, was he fucking with everybody the whole time, making them think that he needed this cane to get around, and he was just acting to play everybody for a fool? Or is it going to be a situation where that's going to be like in the middle of season 5? Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. But by the way that scene went down, because you got to remember, episode 1, when Irene talked to Mel, it did one of those situations where she asked a question, they go to Mel's face, and then they cut away.
Yeah.
Now, when you go back and you think about how Irene knew about certain shit, now it makes sense. I don't even know why the fuck I never even thought of it.
Yeah, because now that you say that, she was talking to the cop that was Andre's partner.
See what I'm saying? So
yeah, she definitely did say something. Damn.
So the whole time, dude, we mad at Irene. We thinking Mel is gonna show up and see Wanda, and Wanda gonna help and all
Yeah,
this little
kill the
shit.
bitch off and everything, and the whole time it's
Man,
her.
the whole time, man, Mel, she gave up everything. You know what I'm
And
saying?
all of that just so he could tell you he killed your dad.
And he still didn't tell you.
No, he told her. He definitely told
Well,
her.
but you know what? But it's one of those situations where it's like you ask a question and like that silence kind of answer the question for you. But it
But
wasn't a
he also
situation.
he gave her that head nod too. That's why I said like he definitely told her.
Yeah, but that head nod could have also meant like, okay, okay, you know what I mean? Like one of
Yeah,
those like, I see the decision that you're making here, because you got to remember
yeah.
the question that he asked her. He was like, we can let all this shit go if you just do this. And then
Mm-hmm.
she was like, well, you could do this for me. You could tell me that you killed my dad. And it could be more like okay, so you made the decision to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
So it kind of can go both ways. It can go your way of
Mm-hmm.
like that nod could be like yeah, I did it. Or that
Mm-hmm.
nod could be like okay, now I know what I got to do.
Right.
Now I know the only way I can shut you up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Man, listen. This has been one hell of a ride, bro. Like this is probably to me one of my favorite characters on television. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not a lot of shows that keep me captivated like that outside of like, you know what I'm saying, comedies or sitcoms, and you know what I'm saying, something like the what's that one show? The Agents of Shield. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like shit that got something to do with like superheroes, shit like that. But the fact that this is actually keeping my attention the way it is, and you know what I'm saying, like with everything that it has given us as far as the season, like this has been one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen.
it's been great, man. This show, I was so excited, man, to see that they got approved for season 5,
Yeah,
and then also, man, you gotta, you know, we can't give enough praise to John Singleton, man.
that's
But
true.
not only the fact of, being the creator of the show, but just having the right people around him, man, because this shit it could have went left
Mm-hmm.
after he died. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But he had the right people around him. That's just like, for a little small comparison, um, Matt Miller, right? Matt Miller, he dies after getting nominated for an Oscar for a swimming album.
Mm-hmm.
And his parents put out another album that next year, which is my favorite Matt Miller album, Circles.
Mm-hmm.
He was dead and gone. But the right people was around him,
Yeah.
so that album sounded like a Matt Miller's album. Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The way they put it together and polished it, even though this man was gone, they just like this. Well, now from the way that I heard it today, I heard an interview. Snoop Dogg was on Ebro in the Morning, and he
Mm-hmm.
said DMX recorded this whole album at his studio.
I believe it.
So the thing is, it still got to be polished. You know what I'm saying? Edit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure Swiss is gonna have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is like when he's out, Pop Smoke, a lot of people was mad at Pop Smoke's original album cover,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody switched it up. So it just whole thing. What I'm saying is being around the right people. John Singleton was around the right people, and this show has not missed a beat since he's been gone, man. But rest
Right.
in peace to him as well.
For sure. Rest in peace to John Singleton, man. So you know what I'm saying? That's it as far as Snowfall go, man. We gotta
Hey,
wait
but
till
we gotta
something.
give a fire frame to the season though.
Oh, okay. I like that. So let's do that. Yeah, let's definitely do that. That's a good idea. Let's get into it.
Yoga fire! Yoga flame!
we go.
All
All right. I think that worked. So let's get into it, man. You go ahead and take off on it, man.
I'm gonna go ahead, man. Look, we've talked about it for 10 weeks, man. I'm not gonna ramble. I gotta give it a 5, man. This
Okay.
this season, man. It gave me everything I needed, man. And the
Mm-hmm.
only thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let you go, is just how they was able to put Mel in episode 1, and then have us complete. I mean, we didn't forget about it, but and
Yeah.
it takes all the way to the last
Yeah.
scene
Yeah.
of episode 10.
Yeah.
This show, man, awesome, man. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Hey, man, I'm going to reflect your comments, bro. And I'm going to say the same things that you said. I'm just going to add the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they gave us a mutual character to hate, and that's a hard job to do. That's a real hard job when you create a character that either everybody loves or everybody hates. And I've never met anybody that was cool with Irene. Never met anybody that was cool with Irene, bro. Never. So the fact that they can put that together and, you know what I'm saying, and everybody felt the same way about her because of her disposition in the show. And then the actress that they had play her as well, she did a hell of a job this season. Like she really played that role the way it was supposed to be played. So salute to her, man. That was amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at 5 as well, man. Like I said, some of the best TV I've seen in a while.
Yes, sir, man. I ain't mad at it at all, man. So you wanna have the honors of doing the coming soon?
Of course, man. So this next episode we got for y'all is gonna be I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't know if people are gonna be ready for this one, man. This is we got a special episode coming up. We got some special people coming up. This one is gonna be having you rolling.
Oh, boy, okay. But I was about to say, hold up, man. This is supposed to be some serious matters here, man. Okay. I got you.
That's the other one I had out that I don't know. I think that might be too telling.
Man, that was dope. I like how you did that. But man, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's an episode that man, it's so wild because I mean we just came off something similar about what we did with the previous episode. So we usually don't do that, but scheduling got us doing it this way. But you know, I'm trying to think of one, but I'm gonna let that one ride, man. So
well,
it's gonna be exciting to do, man.
We might find out what love had to do with it. Oh, shit.
Oh man, pimping since been pimping, man.
Man, pimping since been pimping, man. So yeah, listen, man. Y'all stay tuned in. Next episode is gonna be amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got some stuff up our sleeve. Can't wait to do it. It's gonna be so fun. But y'all already know what it is, man. Go check out my last episode of 15 Minutes of Fame with the guy Sinclair Cannon. It was a great conversation. We talked about his family business, which I did not. Listen, when he told me that shit threw me for a loop. So we talked about his family business. You know what I'm saying? We talked about him being a D1 athlete. And then, you know what I'm saying? We also talked a little bit about this upcoming football season. So go check that out. You won't be disappointed. He's a very interesting person. You'll love his story. You can follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. You can also follow me on Instagram at ScootsBronson_TV. You can follow us on YouTube at Scoots Bronson TV. If you're already on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well to let so you can know when we go live. Oh shit. And also, let me see. Make sure if you're on Facebook, to go to the Viewers Anonymous Podcast Watch Group, the VA Podcast Watch Group. Our membership is getting bigger and bigger, but this is where you can find all our information on all our podcasts, especially Viewers Anonymous. If you want to find out where you could listen to it at, we got the link tree up, and we got it where the link tree also has the YouTube in there. So if you want to watch us as well, you can also go there and find that. So the VA Podcast Watch Group, join up, send your requests, whatever you need to do, get in there early.
Yes, sir, man. Definitely go to that page, man. I put out a solo episode of Stolen Time Podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can find it, man, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, you know what I'm saying? iHeartRadio, you know what I'm saying? There's like Anchors, a couple of platforms to check that out on. Also, you can go to the Stolen Time Podcast page on Facebook, Stolen Time Pod on Instagram, S.Foster8 on Instagram and Twitter. And, just stay tuned in, man. Appreciate everybody's support.
Yes, indeed, man. So thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. We definitely appreciate y'all. See y'all next Tuesday. No, it's a Monday.
Monday, yep.
Yeah, see y'all Monday. Yeah, like they say in Hollywood, man, that's a wrap.
Cut.